Before I start with this episode, I just want to give a quick shout out to Podmetrics. Yup, Podmetrics is the platform I use to get all the data I need for the show. From who listens to me, all the way to where they come from, Podmetrics takes care of all of that so I can make better content for you. You can even integrate Podmetrics with Facebook and YouTube so you can get more data from your live streams. So if you're a podcaster or want to start your own podcast, go visit podmetrics.co and sign up for free. Use my code JakeOfAllTradesWithDelRo. With that out of the way, cue the intro music. What is going on, everybody? Kamusta kayo lahat mula sa Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, or wherever the heck you are on the planet? This is your one and only Jake of All Trades, the place to be for any niche, every genre, and all generations. Who is your master of ceremony?
D to the E to the L-R-O, Delro.
Who? Energy.
JDR.
AKA?
JDR.
AKA?
The extraordinary introvert.
There you guys go. So shout out to...
Yan, may energy na ba yan?
Shout out to X for the assist right there. And by the way, I forgot to introduce, she's back again. Her name is X.
I'm back.
But she's not my ex. She's not your ex. She's no one's ex. She's just X, period, point blank. End of the story.
Amen.
Yup. Hope you guys like that intro. I mean, this took us a couple of
I feel bad. Can we do it again? No, but like let's not. Okay, you know what? Never mind. Maybe at the end. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. I feel bad. Like your fans might like come at me and be like, "Oh, you screwed everything up."
Nah, it's okay. It's all part of the process.
Yes.
But yeah, welcome back to another episode, and
thank you.
Yeah, it's good to have Xeina back.
Good.
I'm sure you all enjoyed that last
good to
episode we did. But
yes.
If last episode was
for
fun,
inviting me again.
Yep. If last episode was fun, just imagine, or just you wait till you guys listen to what we will be talking about today. But
yes.
Before we start, in the wise words of FlightReacts, aka one of my favorite Twitch streamers, look at God, man. So inspirational. Ain't he inspirational, X? Look at God, right?
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's not like we can look at God, but start pa lang kung ano sinasabi ko eh, no?
Grabe, no?
Yeah, but like I can't help but agree. Like God, just God, Capital G.O.D.
Yeah, our guy.
He's very inspirational, very moving, very beyond words, basically.
It is such a shame that it took me 14 episodes to finally talk about this one entity, you know. It's sad, but hey, at least you know we made it.
The entity. I'm sorry, it's my mom.
Hi po, tita, how you doing? All right, guys, we're back. But as I was saying a while ago, it's such a shame that it took me this long to finally talk about not really religion, but more so God, just God in general. Like, we have different religions, but we have one and the same Creator.
Yes, amen.
So at least
I can't agree more.
We're finally giving him his due. We're finally giving him the spotlight. We'll be back. All right, guys. So here we are again. Sorry for another pause in the action, but we're good. So I guess now that we've got everything out of the way, since we're gonna talk about God, let's talk about some of our stories. Like,
Oh,
to lighten up the mood.
I like
Because,
this.
by the way, guys, just a quick heads up. This is not your typical religion/CLE class. This is gonna be way. It's gonna be a whole lot more.
Amen. It's not just restricted to
Oh
like
yeah.
Christian or Catholicism or anything. We're just gonna talk about the philosophy and the theology or
Yep.
yeah. We're gonna go beyond that.
Oh yeah.
Not even theology or philosophy.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But yo, before we start, what are your most embarrassing / religious stories? Like you'd go to the extremes, just to follow, our guy, Because I have a whole lot in my bag.
You first. This is your show, bro. You first. Come on, Del, bro.
Let's see if you can top this, though. Let's see if you can top this.
Okay. Oh no.
No, because those California missions where we go to churches like for state or something like that. Because back in 2015, we went to Cali, like San Diego, and usually we'd go there for the fun parts and all that because it was during Christmas time, around that time. But since my mom and her sisters, my titas, they are such a religious bunch. Every single day, palagi kami dumadalaw sa simbahan. So,
were you gonna say tumatambay? You were gonna say tumatambay. Tambayan sa church. I love that. Okay.
It was so extreme to the point that I think on the day that we took a long drive, from Sanfo to Anaheim, that's like 12 hours. So just think of it as Manila to Baguio. We literally skipped lunch. We skipped lunch just to complete the list of churches that we wanted to go to on that day.
Oh, wow.
It was that crazy. We had lunch at my brother had this, or my siblings had this running joke that we had lunch at 6 p.m. That's how devoted we were.
That's dinner. What? Lunch and dinner.
Exactly.
Dinner. Then lunch. What?
Yep.
How come there's brunch but there's no lunch and dinner?
I know, right? It's crazy.
Okay.
But yeah. I don't know. Let's see how you can top that. I mean,
that's wild. I get that our religion. Wait, are you Catholic or?
Oh yeah.
Born again Christian? Are you Catholic?
100% Roman Catholic.
Yeah, Roman Catholic. So I think in our religion, there's a lot of extreme ways of showing your devotion to Capital G.O.D. But starving, yo.
Yeah, that's literally fasting right there.
Yeah. And you guys did it not during Lent, but yeah, that's wild. Okay, actually, I guess the story that I can share, it's somewhat similar in a sense that we went on a pilgrimage of some sort. We went to nearby lang, near us, Regina Rica.
I think I've heard of it before.
Yeah. So it's it's high up in the mountains, and there's this temple inside a huge statue of Mary, right? And it was so nice. I remember going there in high school with my organization back then, IT Youth. What's up? Okay, and so I went back I think it was last year or 2018. I went with my whole family.
Yeah.
And it was a super emotional experience actually. But it was fun nonetheless. It was, I don't know, I feel like that's the most religious thing that I've done with my whole family. it was weird to see them kind of like detached to the whole.
Yeah.
Because what I love about that place of prayer was that they like, you don't have to be Christian, or you don't have to be Catholic, you don't have to believe in Christ actually to be able to pray there. Like, some people just some people just go there to meditate, and I feel like that's nice, you know. And it was weird to see my family detach from the whole strict religious upbringing that they were, you know, brought up with. But yeah, I guess that's my weird most religious thing I've done with my family, going on a pilgrimage with them. But like 10 out of 10 would recommend, though. It's something else. Yeah,
so it's very inclusive, so regardless if you're Hindu, Buddhist, Muslim, like any of these folks are welcome to.
Even if you don't believe in God at all.
Wow.
Even if you're an atheist, so that's you should visit with your with your family.
Yeah, definitely. That's some good stuff right there. But now that we got all those out of the way, I actually have an extra question, and it's not totally off script, but like it's out of curiosity.
It's not in the outline that you gave me. Delro. Okay.
No, really something I wanted to ask, but you get terrified when you see these statues at night, or just any time of the day? Like, you know, I have these giant statues of saints. Like, I know they're supposed to be holy figures, and you know, we look up to them. But when they look you in the eyes, like eye for an eye and all, like, does it sometimes freak you out?
Yes. But I mean, okay. Yeah, they do. They're just, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's because of the fact that we're trying to put them into our level, you know. We're trying to personify them when they're beyond personification. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's what makes it so scary. Because in quote-unquote reality, or reality with a capital R, like, you know, you can't give them a form, or you can't give them, like, you get what I mean? They're not like, I mean, they may or may not look like us, but you know, it's just scary. It's just scary, dude. It's like another person staring at you in the middle of the night, or like when you're going downstairs to like get water or something, and you see the altar, right? And then Mary just staring at you with her hands clasped and everything, or like I don't know, or like Jesus nailed to the cross, right? And he's like or, you know, with his mouth agape and just staring at, you know. It is creepy, it is scary. I'll give you that. Are you scared of it?
Yo, every time I go to my mom's walk-in just to get medicine or whatever, she has this picture. It's like a small 2x2, or like, I don't know, basta small picture.
2x2.
I don't know. But it's longer than that, obviously.
Headshot of Jesus.
Yeah, a headshot of Jesus, literally. And it's like
that's so wild.
It's like in red, or it's like brown, but that's like molten fire, something like that. And he's like staring at me straight up. I'm like freaking out.
That's wild.
And it's worse because usually by then my whole family's already asleep by then. So it's literally like God staring at me. You know, you know that feeling how, you know, he's disappointed in you for like all this bad stuff you did.
You're being watched, and like,
it's like
you realize again and again that yes, I am a sinner. It's like
have you gotten jump scares though? Like, I know it's embarrassing. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Like with dude, it's Sometimes, because I mean, okay, it's I don't wanna. Okay, what I'm about to say is pretty bad. Okay, but I feel like it happens to more than just one person. You know how you forget, how sometimes you forget they're there.
Mm. Oh
Not
yeah.
because you neglect them or anything,
Oh
but
yeah. I
just
know the
because
feeling.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like you're texting and then you look up and it's like, whoa. Diba? Dude, that's scary. That's scary. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah, so glad that we got all these out of our system because it's great to be religious, it's great to follow God and all, but
Mm-hmm.
it'll get a lot. It'll take a lot to get there, So with all those out of the way, let's talk about. And guys, by the way, I'm really sorry in advance. I mean, there may be some controversies, not really controversies, but there's gonna be a lot of disagreeing, and that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Like if you guys disagree with the stuff we're gonna say, feel free to comment down below.
Yeah.
On
I'm sure you and I will disagree on a lot of things too.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like this is where we experience God, in the discourse, and this is how we know Him more. Okay, anyway.
So yeah, once
Yes.
again, guys, it's okay to disagree. Just be sure lang, like when you comment on my YouTube.
With respect.
Yeah, in the comment
Yeah.
section or in the thumbnails. Yeah, also 100% respect. As I mentioned in like my pilot episodes and all the other stuff. But now let's get into it. So this has been a point of contention for years prior. The argument of religion versus God. So as you all know, we have different religions, right? Christian, Catholic, Muslim. Heck, even the whole Christianity, like there's a lot of branches there. So I don't know, like what's your take on all these different like religions? Because I'm the type to just respect anyone's beliefs, anyone's practices. They may be off to what I practice or what I've been taught by my parents or teachers past, but I'm all about just being a keen observer and just being open, to whatever rituals,
I like that. Observer.
Yep, whatever practices these people may be doing. So how about you, X? Like, what are your thoughts on just the different branches of religion, and do you think they can be conflicting against the whole concept of God?
No. I really do think that all religion is the same religion. You know what I mean? It's just how do I say this? Like different versions, which help the people wherever they are geographically, understand and relate better, so that they could understand God. And God, I don't just mean obviously the Christian God. I mean God, capital G.O.D. All the God, the all of that, and
The guy.
it's like the guy. I mean, it's like, okay, so let's take Catholicism and Hinduism, for example.
Yeah.
Right? In Catholicism or Christianity, we believe that there's, only one eternal God, but there's the Son, Spirit, and Father, Son, Spirit, right? The Trinity.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But in contrast to Hinduism, they have different deities, right? And it's like, what? There's like too many gods to even like. But at the end of the day, they also have this one supreme being, that they call Brahman.
Yeah.
Brahman, yeah.
Brahman, Vishnu,
Which
Shiva.
Yeah. Oh no! Isn't it? Oh yeah. Wait, no. But yeah.
I just remembered from my social studies classes.
Yeah. Yeah, high school.
Mhm.
But yeah, we have different words,
Yeah.
different names
Mhm.
for it. Because, God has different names, and God isn't even his or her or its name.
Yeah.
It's just a name that we, put there in theory so that we could understand it, so that we could somehow grasp it mentally without really grasping or fully knowing the thing. So with regards to religion and God, it's all the same. We are talking about different gods, different religions. No, it's all the same. It's all one and the same.
Mhm. Wow, that's very interesting. That's an interesting point, because
Yeah.
I always thought this whole time religions
Mhm.
are different, or it's very complex. Such a complex topic
Mhm.
for God. Just the word God. Like, I know it's
Mhm.
so simple, so ingrained in our everyday lives, but when you talk
Yeah.
about it deeply like this, it's so complex, hard to explain and all.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Hmm. And
I was going to say,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, go. No, you go. This is your show, bro.
But religions, like, I like what you said, how they're all the same, because I always thought religions are different from one another. Although I do agree, naman, that no matter what your religion is, you still look up to someone who's greater than you. At least that we
Yeah.
can already, the foundation of that belief is there.
Mm-hmm.
But I always thought, God is different in Muslim, or like Allah is different from our God, and then
Mm-hmm.
Brahman, I think, sa Hindu,
Yeah.
is different from our God. But like, as you get older, or as you learn a
Yeah.
lot through this
Yeah.
research, or like your Theo classes and all that,
Uh-huh.
they're pretty much one and the same. It's just the interpretation, iba lang. But they're not completely
Absolutely.
different people, or just
Absolutely.
entities.
Yeah, like, how can you grasp, such an entity or such a being, diba? Like, and that's the thing, eh. I love how it's ungraspable,
Yeah.
how it's unknowable, how it's a mystery. Kasi with that, like, mystery, it gives a chance, like, it opens so many possibilities. It opens so many doors in connecting and in relating. Like, you can't, like, I keep saying, like, dang it. Okay. It's just not one way,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
there are many different ways for us to reach God, the all.
Mhm.
And that's what I find beautiful about religions. Like, imagine us meatbags, us humans, we're so stupid, and like,
Yep,
we're so
yep,
stupid
yep.
and unworthy. But the fact that we have created, these systems or these ways of thinking, these beliefs, that's what you call creativity. That's what you call art. And the fact that each religion is like, dude, that's super artistic. We're getting there. You know what I mean? I feel like that is the goal, right? With all religions, right?
Oh yeah. Definitely.
To come back to God, to be one with Him, right?
Mm-hmm. Totally get it.
Yeah, it's. Where were we? What is our topic again? We keep getting lost in the sauce.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. But that's all right. Even though we have different religions, the goal, the end goal naman is the same. Really.
Yeah.
Even if there's an afterlife, At least that we can all agree that even though our life here on earth is over, there's still so much more beyond.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead. I'll ask the question after. Sorry.
I was about to wrap up. It's okay, but you know, there's. I don't know if you guys believe in like the afterlife and all that. Like that's for philosophers. That's for theologists. That's for all these other experts to decide or to further discuss. But I do believe that there's something out there waiting for us once we end our stint here on Earth. So that's just my take. Regardless of what you believe in, what your religions are, there's that end goal of wanting to be back to the person who created you to begin with.
Yes, the entity who created us. But okay, my question for you is like, what's your take on reincarnation, and do you believe in it or not?
Yeah, I actually kind of had a feeling you were gonna ask that. It's pretty hard because diba ibang religions have different beliefs on this. Like, I think, I'm not sure if it's Hindu or Buddhism, but I think you have like 7 lives, or you have the second life or something like that.
I believe in Buddhism, like, I think that's what you're trying to say about the 7 lives. Diba 9 lives pusa? Joke lang. I'm sorry. And then I think Hinduism, they're the ones who believe in reincarnation until you perfect, you know, yourself and move up to the higher planes and you know, be back with Brahman. And Christianity, we're the ones who believe that in the afterlife, right? And that wait, I'm not sure if wait, never mind, I am sure. Okay,
you know what though, go ahead.
Sorry. No, I was just rambling, I'm sorry.
I always thought reincarnation was after this life you're created as a human being. I always thought God had this notion that, now that you were, or dahil naging tao ka sa unang buhay mo, for the next life, I'm gonna make you into a dog or a cat. Like, I always thought that was what incarnation was.
I love that. Hey, but like, you could be right, you know? Like, reincarnation doesn't have to be being a meat bag again. You could be a meat bag as a cat. Like a meat bag person. You could be a meat bag animal, you know, or a meat bag plant. Wait, they don't have meat. I'm sorry. But yeah, definitely. Like, so that's your take on reincarnation.
Something beyond those, lines, or within those lines. It's still hard. It's still hard for me to fully grasp what it means. Like, is it having more than one life? Is it having life again, but in a different form? Or is it simply just floating in the clouds? But even that, I don't believe in that anymore.
Well, for me, and this is just my opinion, guys. Don't come at me. But of course, I'm open to if you want discourse, go ahead. Yeah.
You want to openly?
I feel like I like what the Hindus say about reincarnation. I feel like they got very close to it, or like they're right in a way. I mean, all religions are right in a way.
Oh yeah.
But they're not completely right, you know what I mean? And you know, there are some parts and some aspects of certain religions, or all religions rather, that need to be, you know, scraped off as well. I mean, look at us, Roman Catholicism, we used to burn people. That's wild, dude. The Inquisition and all that. But with regards to reincarnation, the Hindus believe that they believe in karma, right? So they believe that whatever you do in your life right now, will affect your life in the next life, and like the life you're living right now is the effect of the life that you previously lived before.
Yeah.
And I like how their end goal is similar to us Christians, us Catholics, in a sense that they want to reunite and be one with Brahman, you know, and same end goal, you know, we want to go back home to God.
Yeah.
And wait, reincarnation, right, sorry. There's just a lot of things going on.
I
in
know,
my head.
it's okay.
I'm
Like,
sorry.
this is such a complex
Okay.
topic, so I don't mind if we're getting lost in the middle, you know?
Yeah, what do you call this? Reincarnation, right? I feel like what they said, that each life you're trying to be a better person than you were before, or in like you're striving to always be that, to always be better than your previous self. You know, I really like that with regards to reincarnation, because I feel like in our religion, in Catholicism and Christianity, you only get like one life, right?
YOLO.
And during that, and during that lifetime that you're given, you have to do your best already. There's no coming back from that. There's no second, right? There's no second life, and that's really scary. But at the same time, I feel like there's a duality in everything. It's a good kind of scary and it's a bad kind of scary. But I'd like to focus on the good kind of scary. Like, I like how it motivates us already in this life. You know, it doesn't it's not lenient, but you know, I do believe that God is lenient. Obviously, we sin and sin time and time again. But I like how they want us to focus on this life right now and like be the best possible person you can be, so that you could, you know, come back home to God. In the same way that in Hinduism, it's just more lenient. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, it's just saying that, you know, just do better. Just do better. Like, you'll have a second chance, you know. There's no denying that.
That's definitely true.
But just do better. Yeah. And if you don't do better, you will receive the consequences of it, you know. If you were like a lord in your previous life, but you were a bad kind of lord, you know, you were corrupt and everything, you're probably gonna be, you know, some beggar or peasant on the street, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, I like all these variations, you know. It helps us know God more, because it is through experience, again, as I've said, that we know God, because we can't know God, but we experience God, and through experience, that's how we know Him. Yeah. I don't know. What do you feel about the whole leniency thing? Like, because, what do you feel about that? Is God lenient to you, or is He the, I'm gonna punish you, and, you know?
Yo, it's funny you ask, because, you know, it's every night, you know, my family and I, we always read the Old Testament, or the Bible in general. So we're starting with the Old Testament. And yo, these stories of God just punishing His people, it's a far cry from the God we know right now.
Right.
Although eventually, I do understand that I don't think God is the punished type of person or entity or being, but He is the type that will give you your due. Like, if He knows that He'll, or you did something bad, not really screw up, because we all screw up, but if you're a bad person, if you're mean to the people around you, then he will treat you that way. But the type of situation you're going to be in, like in the afterlife or even right now. Like that's all part of the plan. Like it's all part of the greater scheme of things. Well, if you did something good, or if you've been a good person all throughout, then true enough, rightfully so, he will reward you. Maybe not through riches, not through money and all that, but just through the mini victories or the breakthroughs that you will be experiencing. That's really all because of your being, just your personality, but more so just because of your obedience. I think that's really the most important thing. Just to stay obedient.
I like that.
Even though we don't know what exactly God's orders are for us.
Yeah. I really like what you said when you said God will give you what is due. Right? This is so wonderful. That's so beautiful. Like when we think about it, okay, because I also like how you mentioned the Bible. Because I'm reading this. Well, I was reading this book called the Kybalion, which is the Hermetic philosophy of ancient Greece and Egypt, right? And a good friend of mine gave me this book, and it really reconciled everything that I believed in. And I realized that the Holy Bible, the Holy Bible that us Christians, us Catholics read and refer to as that it has everything. It's like it is the biggest, most misunderstood book out there.
Yes, that is so right.
Right, and it's also like I feel like the church and our religion is trying to make it an exoteric book, something that's to be understood by the masses. But it's the biggest book on occultism and occultism and as it's the biggest esoteric book that is known to man. For me, like Jesus and those who were writing this, Jesus when he was teaching and giving sermons, giving parables, and teaching people, he was speaking in code. You know what I mean? And the people who wrote and tried to interpret the code, they were also writing in code, which is why you can't just read the Bible off the surface. You really gotta get in there and dive deep. So I like what you said I'm sorry, I went whoop and then went back. I like what you said when you said God will give you what is due to you, because that's so right. That's so right. In Hermetic philosophy, one of the principles actually is one of the great principles is the principle of rhythm. And it is saying that whatever flows to the left flows to the right. Like there's an ebb and flow, there's a low tide and a high tide to everything. There's a rhythm to everything. So like with what you said, I feel like you were talking about karma actually, when you were saying that, whatever. So we can apply that, and like it's really true that whatever you do, it will come back to you. You got what I mean?
Oh yeah, that is so true.
Yeah. Like you do something good things will come back to you. And you do something bad things will inevitably come back to you. It's and I love that. Like the fact that whatever we put out into this world is the same thing that you get back. It's a give and a take. So
Oh
if you
yeah.
give,
Oh yeah.
this to the world, it's gonna give this back, and you're
Mhm.
just gonna take that. So I really like the golden rule too.
Yes.
Right? Did you know
Yes.
that there's like in each religion there's
The
they
rule.
all have, yeah, the rule, the golden rule.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they all have different, they all have versions of it, and that I guess supports my belief in the fact that all religions are one and the same, and we're all
Yeah.
talking about the same thing, just practicing it in different ways. And oh wait, what do you think about practicing,
Ooh.
like right, there's those who believe in Allah. They're
Yeah.
the ones who pray 5 times a day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then whereas I don't know of any other religion who is as precise and as devout as Muslims. To be honest, I
I
really
know.
admire
It's so
Muslims
true.
for that, right?
Yep.
Like, what's your take on that? Like, practicing.
I think for me, it's very inspirational. Like the fact that other people or other religions have their own versions, and to be honest, no disrespect to us Christians, but it kind of makes us look bad, because they're a
I
whole lot.
agree.
They're more serious. They're more devout, and they really
Yeah.
do the actions, like the whole kneeling, the whole
Yeah.
yelling up the Quran,
Yeah.
and just applying it. I think that's the most important part. Applying it in their daily lives. It makes us really look bad,
Yeah. That's so true. That's so true. But damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we gotta step up our game. We
I
all
know.
have to step up
I
our
know.
game. What do you call this? Because I'm somewhat of a weeb. Oops.
Of a what?
Okay,
Of a what?
I'm not of a weeb.
Oh.
Weeb. Weeb. But it's just okay, never mind, I take it back. I'm not. Okay, let's just say that I have friends on the other side of the world
Yeah.
and like in different parts of Asia, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I talk to them through this app called Discord.
Oh, Discord. Yes, I know that app
Yeah.
very well.
Okay, so I play games with them, right? And obviously, I've come to be friends with them, and the topic of religion suddenly came up. Okay, and this is in Singapore, and it might get political in here.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Uh-oh. I mean, religion and politics, those kind of go hand in hand.
Oh yeah, that is so
But
true.
it's, yeah, right. What do you call this? Oh, in Singapore, apparently, you can go to jail if you speak against the religion there.
Whoa.
Yeah, like they were telling me that
Are you serious?
yeah, like they were yeah, super. Like I was super shocked because I didn't know that they were still very traditional.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of scares me, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of scary. Like in some parts of the world, people still have this traditional way of thinking,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not as quote unquote open-minded as other people in other parts of the world, and it's super wild. Because what, like, if you question your pastor, you can get sent to jail. What? Like,
I know,
you'll
right?
get reprimanded for that, and they'll actually what do you call this? this is based on what they said. They can actually like, what do you call this? Like, if you speak out publicly against them, they can speak out publicly against you. You get what I mean? Like, you're not even allowed to question their authority, or you're not even allowed to question their teachings. I mean, how do you get to know God if you can't know him or her any deeper, right?
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
That is. It's super crazy. Thank God I don't live there.
Same.
But it's not like, I mean, we have our own problems,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
here in the Philippines. But yeah.
But yo, speaking of crazy, and I guess those segue me to the next part. As you all know, 2020 has been the craziest year of our existence. Sad event here and there, tragedies here and there, bad S word here and there. You guys name it. You guys get the point. Yeah, we're not cussing because this is a holy episode. Well,
yes,
quote unquote.
very wholesome.
But you guys get the point. 2020 just has not been it. And I've said it over and over, but it's just, you know, it's true. Like every week or every month, there's always something that's gonna pop up on Twitter or on social media, and it'll just get you saying, "Oh man, why again 2020? Like, when can you get to be better?"
Right.
So, yeah, it's crazy. So I'm sure this has us kind of questioning God a little bit. You know, like we all believe that he has a plan. He has a plan, and I still believe that. Like, there is a greater plan. There is a blueprint that is, you know, not really bound to happen, but it's already laid out, you know, it's just waiting for it to happen. But with all these roadblocks, with all these bad events happening, I wouldn't be surprised if some of you have started to turn your back against him. And again, I don't blame any of you guys one bit. But what could be how can we salvage, repair, I don't know what the right word is, but because I like what you said in the previous episode, the whole God is your life, he doesn't fit your life. That is so 100% true. So how can he be your life once again, or how can he be your life with all these things happening that can make you kind of doubt his overall presence and his overall nature of being your life, you know?
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm confused. So, are we talking about? It's such a okay. Okay. So, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. That was such a long question.
Okay.
It's hard. But...
Wait. Okay. Can you rephrase it?
Okay. So
I'm sorry. I
basically,
didn't quite. Okay.
2020 is a bad year. 2020 is a bad year. So
2020 is a bad year.
yeah.
We're good.
How can God like play a part pa rin in your life despite despite the external noise, the outside noise that keeps happening outside? So how can you still maintain that focus?
Right. Well, okay. So let's discuss putting in the background the knowledge that, you know, there's a polarity in everything, right? You know, the duality of man, they say it's applicable not just to man but to the whole world, right? And when you said that, you know, 2020 is a bad year, it is a bad year, but at the same time it's a good year too, you know?
It is.
Okay. When you look into it, you know, people are reconnecting with their creative side. You know, people are being so artistic now, and they feel like they have more time to actually explore their artistic side instead of, you know, the 9-to-5 job or you know, things like that. But of course, not gonna deny the whole virus. That's bad.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
no. It has taken so many lives. It has destroyed a lot of livelihoods.
Yeah.
It's scary and
If I may interject,
it's
like just last night, see Cardinal Tagle, a good friend of my mom, by the way. Sorry. He has the virus. Like, I'm not joking. I just saw it on Twitter last night, and we wish you all the best, speedy recovery, please, Cardinal Chito.
yes.
Yeah.
That's so sorry. That's just
No, it's sad. It's really sad.
it's
you know?
it's really depressing. It really is. But at the same time, look in it's the sadness and happiness. It's the same thing, only in varying degrees, right? So let's look at the other end of the pole and look at the good that 2020 has given us, and it's given us a lot of good things.
Yeah.
To be honest, like for example, when you said that people looking back, turning their backs on God, I feel like I don't necessarily agree with you there, because if anything, I was actually seeing tweets and posts and articles that finally their churches are full.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And I was like, if it takes a pandemic to get people believing again,
I know, right?
Then that says something, because it's like people have nowhere to turn to. Right? When
These online churches, by the way.
all hope is not just online churches. This was in the early parts of the pandemic, before the lockdown.
Yeah.
And like, when they were about to go to the lockdown, like the churches were full, and they were posting about it, and they were tweeting about it, and people were finally going back to God. I think that's wonderful. I think at the end of the day, people really, like, when a pandemic hits, something that we can't control, quote unquote, we can't control.
Yeah.
There's some theories about that too, but it's interesting how people turn to God, right? And with regards to God not fitting into our lives but being our lives, it's like people are coming into, or rather to the realization that they're just human.
Yes, definitely.
They are, made in the image and likeness of Jesus Christ. They do have somewhat, not a part, but an essence of the Spirit of God in them. And for them to come back to that, just think about that,
Crazy, right?
Them coming back to that, it's like them realizing that God is their life, that somehow when all is stripped off of you, titles, possessions, family, relationships, you realize how God is. And that's just it. How God is, right? I mean, we can't even name God, right? Is it Arabic? No, it's not Arabic.
It's Roman or Latin.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yahweh, right? Like Yahweh doesn't even have the
English translation.
well, yeah, the English translation, but it doesn't even have the vowels. When you spell it when you spell it, it doesn't even have vowels because you can't even utter, that, because it goes beyond that, and
Oh yeah.
it's so wild. Right? Like,
Yeah.
I love how 2020, I mean, I hate 2020, but I love 2020. You know what I mean?
No 2020, no podcast.
You gotta, yeah. Amen. No 2020, 2020. No. No podcast. It's true. No 2020. No a lot of things.
Oh yeah.
Like everything that's happening now, as we've discussed before, right? The principle of rhythm. Everything that is happening now is just the effect of the things that we've done before, and like,
yeah, it's just amplified.
People realize, yeah. I mean, to be fair, we were like really, just what do you call this? Taking advantage of nature and the resources that she's given us. I feel like it's only right, it is. This is what is due to us, and like, it's okay. How has 2020 affected you in this sense? Because I feel like it really changed my habits and everything. Like I don't buy water bottles and stuff like that. I don't even buy what do you call this? Like plastics and everything. Like with the whole eco-friendly movement. Like what's your take on that?
That's actually pretty amazing what you did there. The whole recycling more and just saving the earth as we should have done a long time ago.
Right, as we should. Yes, exactly.
I mean, it's about darn time we finally got our act together. As for me, I think it's changed me in the sense that I try to take care of my body a lot more. So far, I haven't gotten sick yet, or I've had the occasional cough and colds, but no fever, and hopefully it stays that way. And I'm not sure, but I think I've kind of lost a lot of weight. I'm not sure if you see it, but I think last time I saw you, I was still really fat, or like, you know what I'm saying. But I think as every month goes by, I've lost at least 5 pounds per month. I think I look at the weighing scale at the start of each month, and I can really see how much healthier I'm living, like, in terms of my lifestyle.
I like that. I love how you brought it up. What do you call this? Because I've never been one to like mention weight, because it's a touchy subject. I feel like for most people, even for me, weight is also a touchy subject. But like, yeah, dude, yo, slim faced na siya. But yeah, like I didn't want to comment, but yeah, and like people are really, finally taking care of themselves and taking care of the earth and the relationships and everything that they really need to take care of, right? So thank God for 2020, Thank God for 2020.
It's gonna get better. I think that's another thing we have to point out. It's gonna get better.
Yeah, of course. After this, of course it's gonna get better. You can only go up from here.
Yeah.
I feel like.
As my dad would always say, don't get too triggered with all the bad stuff, Always count your blessings and just, keep doing what you guys are doing, because it'll be really helpful, not just to yourself, but to everyone else around you in the long run.
Yeah, amen. I like that. That's a good philosophy. Go, Tito, Just don't get triggered by everything. I feel like he's coming from a... Why am I holding this? I'm sorry. I feel like it's like he's coming from a... I don't want to say boomer, but...
It's okay. Like, he's okay with those boomer jokes.
Okay. like it's a very boomer attitude to notice the fact that the generations that came after them are actually very trigger happy.
Yeah,
You know what
that's
I
so
mean?
true. And it's the responsible boomer advice. It's not yung ignorant
Yeah.
either. And that's what I like the most about just when my parents give advice. It's very well thought out. They know the situation. It's not toxic positivity or whatever. It's really just to not really make us feel better, but to just let us know that there's a whole lot of things going for you guys, and to just waste energy ranting, rambling, and all that. It's okay to vent once in a while, but to make it your everyday pastime, that's kind of unhealthy, to be honest.
Yeah, like if they're boomers, then I feel like after this pandemic, yo, the babies are coming. You feel me? You feel me? Like we're about to make the new boomers of our like we're about to make the next generation.
We're getting there.
You know what I mean? And like we just have to really understand, them instead of just saying, "Oh, okay, boomer." Like we really have to understand where they came from.
Yeah.
And the fact that, after the war, obviously, they came home and then they were living life and really focusing on relationships as well. I guess like all our parents or even their great, our great grandparents, our grandparents rather, they can just, all they can, like, sometimes this is like the problem, like all they can talk about is the war, or how it was in the past, and we're just like, okay, boomer. But I feel like that's really important,
these guys nearly died.
And like it's actually, it helps us get to know them more and the time that they lived, like how they lived during their time. But the fact that we're saying okay, boomer, to that, it's like, yo, history
very
is
disrespectful.
It's like we're not doing anything to improve the situation, so history is bound to repeat itself. It's like it's those little things that you notice, like here it goes again,
And it's very disrespectful to the elders, like I know we have varying opinions, but they have to respect those who are older than us in a certain type of way.
I mean, like absolutely. I feel like Japan got it right, like they absolutely respecting their elders, and like with the whole respect aspect, I feel like they really got it down to down on the thing, the point.
So with that, wow, what a discussion. And I think as of right now, this is the longest running episode, but it should be, because this is such a complex episode. I'm not sure if 45 minutes is gonna cut it. So again, if you guys find it too long, you can always skip to the part you like. So it's all good.
I feel like we didn't even, we just touched like a part of it, a part of God. We didn't even really get in depth, and it's been what, an hour, more than an hour
and
already.
a half, pretty much.
Yeah, dude, this is not something that you can easily talk about in 5 minutes,
Oh yeah.
But
heck no.
Here's my question for you. If you were to describe God in 5 words, how would you describe him? Or her.
I got 6
Or
words though. I got
6 words. Sige.
Yeah.
Pagbigyan na kita. Oh,
Sorry.
ano yung 6 words na yun? Okay na, okay. It's fine.
Look at God, man. So inspirational. Yep. That's all I can say. Just
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. That should be the title of this podcast, you know. Look at God, bro. So inspirational.
shout out to Flight for the reference, for the Twitch reference.
But yeah. Well, I don't know. Is there anything else that you want to talk about in relation to God?
Honestly, there's so many.
Yeah.
Like, that's why there's theology classes. That's why there's CLE, because it requires a sem's worth, or heck, a whole year's worth of just talking about topics, talking about the misunderstandings that people like us can have. Yeah, I mean, all I can say is, you guys, just so inspirational. Without God, there's no you and me. There's no mom and dad. There's no Philippines. There's no US. There's no this. You know, that's all I have to say to wrap it up. How about you? What are your final thoughts on God? You know,
my final thoughts on God. It's she. God is heavily. God is heavily. 4 words lang akin. Oh, kinulang na. Oh, you can have my other word, diba? God is heavily misunderstood.
Yes, couldn't agree with you more.
That's my, like, and I hope with that, like, people are what do you call this? They're curious to, like, find out more and to really deepen, not just, you know, to deepen their faith, but to deepen their understanding, to deepen their knowledge of God and the other religions and all religions and all of life, you know, all of philosophy and theology and the different ways of knowing can offer. I feel like we should learn more, you know.
Definitely.
And stop misrepresenting misrepresent. Am I saying it right? I'm so sorry.
But I get your point. Yep.
Yeah. Stop misunderstanding him and misrepresenting him. Misrepresenting.
And stop misquoting the Bible
help me out. Yeah, misquoting. There you go.
No, seriously, stop misquoting the Bible. Like, it's getting unhealthy at this point. It's okay to make mistakes, Like, it's okay to have confusion, but to use it for your own agenda and your own, like, stuff, it's not healthy at all.
Start your own cults. Speaking of cults. Wait. I feel like cults is a juicy topic. Don't you feel like?
Yeah.
Like, what's the weirdest cult that you've heard?
The Illuminati.
The Illuminati. Okay. So, what is the Illuminati?
Honestly, I have no idea. It's just a crazy term that these secret societies are using. I don't know, man.
It's crazy.
It's super antichrist for sure. That's all I can tell you.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's good that there's, you know, a society out there that is antichrist, or people who are antichrist. I feel like that's super good and that's super healthy, because the world will stop once everyone is a believer. Like,
Interesting.
I feel like it will cease to exist. We will all, you know, like, it's gonna transform into a different kind of world if everyone is a believer. So it's
Yeah.
very important that we have people from, you know, opposing sides, or rather those who have opposing beliefs and ideas.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, the craziest cult that I've heard, I feel like, do you know parang Jonas something something, I don't know, it starts with a J,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
You know, like Jesus. But basically the he started a cult wherein he's the only man.
What?
He's the only man, and only women are allowed into
Are you
only women
serious?
are allowed, yeah, to serve him.
What?
And like he was like using the words from the Bible.
Wow, I think that's crazier than the result quote we have here.
Yeah, dude, some cults are super crazy,
Yeah.
man. Like, dude, imagine that, living in a community wherein, you know, the women serve this one guy,
Mhm.
and I'm sure you know what I mean by serve, right?
Yeah. Not to discuss it
Serve
here.
in yeah, serve in all aspects,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
including that.
Mhm.
But it's crazy. Like, imagine how screwed up, you know, if someone like if that single person can screw up, you know, interpretation of God, what more us, diba?
Yeah.
Because we're just like any other person.
Mm-hmm.
We're bound to screw up.
That's so true. Wow,
So, yeah,
crazy.
I
What a
guess-
crazy.
Yeah, dude. I guess last few words. Also, you know, God is perfect, but we're unperfect. So
Yeah, we're super flawed.
stop trying to be perfect, guys. Yeah, we are super
Mhm.
flawed. Yeah. Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that pretty much wraps it up right there.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I guess. I mean, I'm sure there are a lot more,
So many
things
more.
that we can, we can talk about, but we only, like I said, we only
Yeah.
touched it.
Mhm. Just why, guys,
briefly.
if
So
you want to join in, or if you felt like we missed out any important topic or discussion, please, by all means, comment down below on this video or on my IG and FB. It'll really enrich the
Yeah.
discussion so much more. So yeah.
Absolutely. And like, I'd love to hear what your listener. What? Here I go again. I'd love to hear what your listeners think. You know, especially the older generation.
Yeah.
Hello, older generation. I really want to know, because I'm sure that their understanding of God is different in
Definitely,
some way
definitely.
than how we understand him now. You know,
Mhm.
and I'd love to know more and to really educate myself. You know,
Mhm.
so yeah.
There you guys go. But yo,
There you go.
I know we went super long. I'm really sorry for those who may have short attention
It's
spans
fine.
like me.
Attention spans.
If you guys recall, X had a notebook with her. So I guess before we wrap it up, although it's okay if you feel like you don't want to ask anymore, it's all good. But yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
let's get everything out of the way.
I'm sure X still has a lot of questions for me that she wasn't able to ask in the previous EP. This is your chance. And I'm sure for my listeners, you have the same questions. So because we've been doing this for quite some time, this is our 14th episode. Wow, crazy, right? Let's
because
let's see what kind of questions X may have, and let's see if these also are your questions too.
Okay. Sorry, water break. Okay. So if you guys recall, I was only able to ask like 2 questions, and like the whole reason why I wanted to ask questions is because I noticed that in your podcasts, it was always you taking the lead.
Yeah.
Or like it wasn't kind of balanced, I guess you would say. Parang it was question answer.
Yeah,
It was very
that's true.
Yeah. And I feel like your listeners should get to know you, because this is
so true.
this is your host, right? I feel like this is your host. You are the host. I feel like your listeners should definitely learn more about you, and I'm sure they do wonder
Who the heck is this guy, right?
who is this JDR, right? Okay, so we tackle Joy Spring. Okay, this. Okay, so in your first episode, you talked about how to manage the house. Do you even remember that?
No, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
you
been
do,
so long.
Okay, so you mentioned chores.
Manage the house.
Like managing the house and chores. I feel like this isn't really a question. Okay, well, I guess it is. My question is, will you make an episode about that? Because I found that really interesting. Because I mean, I feel like a lot of people don't know, or maybe just the people I hang out with. A lot of people don't know how to manage the house.
So like
They
a
don't
house
know how to do
management
chores, or they don't.
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely down. I'm definitely down. I think, if anything, that is another highly demanded episode. Like I said, there's so much clutter in the room. There's so much excess stuff that you don't need anymore. So basically, a Marie Kondo type of episode. Definitely.
Yeah. And like, what do you call this? How to fold a shirt.
Are you serious? People don't know how?
Yeah, I feel people don't know how. Dude, I'm serious.
Oh my gosh.
I am dead on serious. Like, there are people in this world who don't know how to fold a shirt properly and neatly, and how to... Yeah, these are like the typical chores that you're supposed to grow up with, But I guess some people didn't really grow up having to do chores.
Man.
You know what I mean? So yeah, times have changed.
Yeah.
Times
This generation, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, I guess that could go with like one of the... That goes with the whole adulting thing that you've... yeah. So, yeah. Bara. Oh, wait, how can I... sorry. Okay, these are just like points, actually, not much questions.
Go ahead.
So you still want to hear it? Okay. So
and off air or whatever.
Okay, off air na lang. Off air na to. Siguro let's edit this part out and then just do the end sequence later.
At some point, because they may be important. Maybe some of my listeners have the same. So I guess some of the most important ones na lang. Para hindi list by list, because it might just stretch it a little longer.
Yeah.
So I guess some of your most important points about the show, how it can make it better, all that other good stuff.
Well, I underlined here twice the music. It was really on point. I feel like the whole jazz,
Yeah.
the whole genre. it's
like
super,
you're in Starbucks,
super,
right?
Yeah. Well, not really. Starbucks coffee house music is not. It's been it. I mean, which Starbucks do you go to?
Oh, it's different.
Because I mean, they don't like they're not playing any jazz
Yeah.
music for
I know,
for
that's
me.
true. That's true.
But yeah, I guess it may be different. Cause dude, at the Starbucks in Katip, yo,
Pop music.
the Starbucks in
Pop
yeah,
music.
bro, yeah, like pop music na acoustic, and it's
Yeah,
like
corny.
yeah, corny, exactly. It's like, yo, what happened to coffee house music? You know what I mean? Okay. So yeah, the music, it was really on point, and I like how, well, I mentioned this already, but I feel like this will this will go a long way in really tackling toxic masculinity. I feel like you're setting the bar, with this
Wow.
podcast, and with men in general, with boys, you boys out there, like,
Men are trash.
yeah.
Yep.
Like, stop doing the
okay,
bare
it's okay.
minimum,
I can take it.
Stop, like, we're gonna stop. We should stop praising men for doing the bare minimum,
Yeah.
Step up your game.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We gotta
And,
up our standards,
Yeah. I also like how you mentioned your haters in the first episode. I'm like, damn right. Like, okay, I'm sure, growing up, we've come across people who
Judge you.
judged you, or who, didn't like you very much.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go as far as to say to, like, bully you, but it does happen, and
Yeah. Passive aggressive,
yeah, and that's super good. Like, I feel like it's really refreshing to have something like this that's really, like, mentally you get to put your brain matter out there and just be, like,
Yeah.
no cap, right?
No cap.
No cap. Yeah.
Literally, no
It
cap
really
this
is.
time.
Yeah. Okay. And then you also mentioned the therapy therapy here. Therapy costs a lot.
I did. I remember.
Yes, you did. Why? Like, this isn't a question, like, geared towards you, but more of, to our government. Because, me on the receiving side of therapy, it does cost an arm and a leg, but why? Why does it cost so much for people to get better?
Ooh,
Right?
that is exactly my
Right?
the same question I
Bars
have.
again.
Yep, bars.
Right? Like, why? It's just corruption. But yeah. Okay, so honestly, I'm super spent right now. Sobrang wala na, ubos na ako sa laway. Tama ba yun? Naubos na yung laway ko. Like, my voice is super strange right now. But, like, this whole thing has been so fulfilling. Thank you for inviting me on here again. Like, I super loved it, enjoyed my time here.
Yeah.
Honestly, these points are some of them are embarrassing, and okay.
It's okay.
But
it's
for
okay.
for the sake of finishing these points and going over them, let's just
Yeah. Go ahead.
okay.
Go ahead. Roast me all you want. There's your chance to do it.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure
Get the mean
this
tweets
will
ready.
be I'm sure this will be off air naman. I'm sure that a lot of this won't get into the podcast itself. But okay, I like that you have a go-getter attitude. That it reminded me like for the people by the people, and yeah, like the Gettysburg Address, you know, that reminded me of that.
Mhm.
And it was very sort of UP vibes, no? Para sa bayan.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And mhm. um oh yeah, okay, I already mentioned that sissies. Self-care. Well, we've yes, we've touched on that. Fire, yep. No cussing. Yes, tita. Yes, I put it here. No cussing.
Oh my god.
Yes, tita. I'm like, I um I have so many thoughts on cussing and bad words, you know, quote unquote bad words. They are unnecessary.
Yeah. It's true.
But at the same time, they're able to capture that feeling or the words or the feeling or the expression that we want to say.
Yeah.
But are having difficulty finding the words to, you know what I mean? Because like our vocabulary isn't as, you know, expansive or wide as we'd like it to be. So it's a double-edged sword. But at the same time, yes, tita, please. Like, I like the whole no cussing. I feel
and
like
I've been caught breaking that rule a couple of times. And for my listeners, I'm sorry.
yeah. Okay, putting yourself out there as a sensitive guy. Jazzy blues. Express yourself. Oh yeah, I like this. The whole no cap thing. Expressing yourself. I guess going over the whole facades of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like how you started out with that. Like, authenticity has really been like key in your.
It has been.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's super important because I feel like, kunyari, once you, I'm saying this so that it will happen. Okay, claim it na, Jake. Once you invite like more
famous people.
More famous people. Like, dude, I'm sure na what we, or you know, us, your listeners, will find out is that they're probably, you know, they're people too. Get it? There's no facade like this celebrity or whatever. I don't think there's gonna be any of that. So I really like that. So keep on doing that. Okay. So I think that's it for the notes that I had the last time. But I actually made new notes when the when the new the very recent episode came out, right? With me in it when we were talking about like the working student. And I guess Jake, Delro, JDR, Delro, yes. Maybe you can, you know, segue this time for me to have like a moment to redeem myself.
Okay.
Because I said.
Yeah, there's a chance to make up for that.
Yes. Okay. So, in the last episode, I said that Tugon was an organization for child sexual abuse. That is wrong.
Oh my god.
That is very, very wrong. Me personally, and we as an organization do not promote, condone, or tolerate child sexual abuse whatsoever. Okay? That is a no-no. I am so sorry for that. Tugon advocates against child sexual abuse and abandonment. Okay? So, yeah.
I'm sure my listeners know too. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I bet they're like, who is this girl trying to promote, these ungodly things? And also, I wanted to point out that I do believe that I made a mistake in saying that Krishna is the equivalent of Brahman. What do you call this? I researched and looked at the book I had here on worship on the Vedas, right? And so Krishna is deity. Yeah, deity. Deity siya, bro. Yun. Krishna is actually the 8th incarnation of the Hindu god Vishnu. So yeah.
Yep, thanks for clarifying.
I was referring to Brahman and not Krishna, but in the same sense, still God, Krishna consciousness, Brahman consciousness, God consciousness.
There you go.
I think I have redeemed myself. Ow.
You sure did. Thanks for that. I mean, that was embarrassing, but it's okay. Like I said, all these embarrassing stuff, they happen, Like you said, we're not perfect, right? So we're bound to make mistakes. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
If I had sissies, you had that. You had that one.
Sissies. That was wild. I was like, sissies.
But it's been a pleasure working with you for these 2 episodes. Guys, what you think? Season 2? Co-host? What you guys think?
Yo.
What you guys think? Season 2 co-host?
Yo, guys, make it happen. Let's make it happen. If you guys, I want to see what you guys think. If you guys have enjoyed me, being on Delro's show, maybe he can like have a season 2. Maybe, I don't know. Let's make it happen. Yo, let's make it happen. And
yes sir.
I don't know. It's gonna be like it's an introvert and an extrovert.
Exactly. That's the best part. 2
How
different
is that?
personalities.
Yeah.
If that does push through, this is a preview of what y'all are gonna be expecting.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true. But can I just say, like, if anything, this, because like your whole season 1, I guess. I'm implying that there's a season 2 na eh. Claiming it, guys. Okay, this is what Delro said kasi. Quanta time. Sorry. Basically, he was saying that if ever he does decide to have a season 2, that I'm one of the top candidates for his co-host. And I'm like, bro, if you're looking for a host, you don't have to look far. So guys, if you wanna see it happen, I guess let's make it happen. So anyway, with regards to season 1 being this whole pandemic oriented season, right? I feel like if this is the result of the pandemic, right? You
My work
in
is
your
pretty much done.
yeah,
My work
your
here is done.
extrovertedness. No, what I mean is like your extrovertedness. You trying to get out there because of the pandemic and explore the extroverted side of you. I feel like the pandemic has really hit me as an extrovert, and it really turned me into an introvert. Like, swear, I don't. There, let's just end it there.
Really?
Okay.
For me, it's the other way
That's
around. It's the other way around. Like, I've kind of
Uh-huh.
become an extrovert because season 1, iba-iba yung mga guests ko. So, sobrang persado ka mag-DM, magipag-usap sa kanila. And that's something I'm not good at, you know. I'm not good at talking with other people. As I told you nga, like, when I admit person to meeting, I get those mini heart attacks. I'm like, oh no, what's this episode gonna be? Like, will it
yeah.
turn out well? Will it be awkward silence for a couple of moments? So I don't know. It's like role reversal, right?
Yeah. It's really wild. But again, you know, the principle of polarity. You know, same thing but different ends of the poles.
Yep.
And I feel like, you know, I'm glad to get to know this introverted side of me, because before I would hate being alone, you know. It's not something I could do, and like it would be so difficult for me to be alone with my thoughts there. That's what scared me, you know. And now it's like this whole me getting to know my introverted side, me getting to know another aspect of my being. It's helped me grow. And I think thank God for 2020, not for the pandemic, please no.
Oh yeah, definitely.
but
the
thank God for
good things of 2020, definitely.
Yes,
definitely.
Yes, absolutely. Amen.
Wow, this has been the longest episode I've ever done. But every second was worth it. It was worth it. Even though it's stretched, and I know I think there's a going rule, you gotta keep it to 40 to 45. I understand. And if, you know, like I said, some of you guys may have short attention spans, or you don't have the time to listen to this close to 2-hour episode, so it's okay. You can skip the parts you don't like, go to the parts you like. It's all good. But we're gonna wrap it up na talaga. Like, we just wrapped up the God episode earlier, but we had so much more content in between. But we're officially wrapping up this episode. Again, thank you, X, for being here.
Glad. I was really glad to be on here. Thank you for having me here. Thank you for inviting me here. It was very, very, very worthwhile.
Definitely enjoyed having you as my guest for 2 straight episodes. I did put your plugs in the last one, but just so I have new listeners, at least I have new listeners listening to you for the first time. What are your plugs? What are your sites and all that?
Yes. Hello. So for those of you that don't know me, I am X, or Xeina Canlas, and I work in PhilCenter for Real Estate Professional Studies Incorporated, or PhilCenter for short. We are a non-profit organization that aims to uplift the Filipinos. Sorry. Filipinos by way of providing quality education with regards to real estate. So you guys can visit us if you want to know more at PhilCenter. Phil-Center.com. Or email us at admin@philippines-center.com with an S. And you can also find us on Facebook at PhilCenter. Yep. That's about it. That about sums it up.
There you guys go.
Yep.
There you guys go. I will link those once again on the description below my channel, on the description below the video, and on my FB and IG posts. So those are extra books for you. For me naman, if you want to follow me on IG for the podcast account, it is at JOAT.pod.delro. So once again, it is at JOAT.pod.delro. If you want to check out my personal account on IG as well, it is at Jake_Delro.
Hey.
Yep. If you want to
So
check me
you're
out
rapping,
on
man.
Twitter,
Hey.
exactly. I'm in my element, my flow.
Go.
But if you want to check me out on Twitter, it is at _Del_Ro_. Want to check me out on FB? It is facebook.com/JOAT.pod.delro. Or if you just want to search it on the search tab, it is JakeOfAllTradesWithDelRo. This podcast can be viewed, listened to, televised, and heard on the following sites and platforms: Google, Spotify. Oh my gosh, I mixed it up. Sorry. Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Radio Public, Breaker,
So
and on
not
YouTube. Yep. First time I messed up my script, my impromptu script. But there you guys go. That is where you can check me out. And after 2 hours and loose change of just rambling, talking, venting, we finally made it to the end. So thank you once again, X, for being here. I enjoyed 2 straight episodes of just nonstop
rambling.
blah blah blah.
Yeah, I feel like what a way to end like the episode though.
Yeah.
Like you made a mistake and I'm like, it's okay, you're not perfect.
Pretty much the
But yeah,
theme for the episode right there.
yeah.
So with that being said, that's a wrap, y'all. Thank you for tuning in today, mga Del Bros at Sisters.
Yeah.
This has been your one and only Jake of all trades. Another close mess up there. And she's been your one and only ex, but she's not my ex. She's not your ex. She's nobody's ex's. She is just X. And I am Delro, signing out. Hanggang sa susunod na usapan at chikahan. See ya!
See ya!